celebration began with a parade down South Broad Street as marching bands from all over the state and elated family and friends beamed with pride as the returning Warriors marched through downtown Trenton.
Just to be able to do this and see these guys come home. My brother was a Vietnam vet. When he came home, there was nobody but me and my parents. I pulled him out of school today so he could see this.
Once all of the 2,900 troops of the 50th IBCT made their way through the streets into Sovereign Bank Arena, they were greeted by thousands of ecstatic spectators who waved flags, proudly held signs, all in appreciation of their heroic efforts.
For my son, Alex Bowser, and his troops and his friends, I'm so proud of him.
It's awesome. It really feels good. You know, feel appreciated and welcome back home.
The soldiers retreated to an energetic celebration that included state dignitaries, the USO Liberty Bells, and loads of music. Some soldiers were even brave enough to take part in the festivities.
Oh, I enjoyed singing with the bell. I've watched the group coming up, so it was a great honor being on stage with her.
Overall, the soldiers were grateful to receive such a warm welcome home, but say they're looking forward to a more simple life.
It was an experience, but I'm happy to be home. I'm happy to be home with my family.
Relax a little bit. Take it easy. Go back to work.
It feels good. It feels good. This is my second deployment, and I'm glad that the state of New Jersey is doing this great honor for us. Yeah, I just thank you, New Jersey.
In Trenton, Teresa Berry, News Channel 40, NBC.
Why somebody would do it, and if only I could get my hands on them. Two comments that were heard repeatedly from several dozen volunteers at Mount Pleasant Cemetery in Millville, who spent their Saturday resetting over 30 tombstones that had been toppled by vandals.
I can't imagine somebody wanting to do this. I mean, what do they get from it? I don't understand.
To me, it's a lack of respect. They have no respect for the people who've lost their loved ones and are buried here.
The volunteers, mostly members of a local Elks Club and a Venators Gunning Club, used a number of methods to write the gravestones, some of which weighed well over 2,000 pounds. Often, it came down to simple manpower. 1, 2, 3, we got it! We got it!
It's just good that this community has guys like this that will sacrifice a Saturday or a day, you know, take off whatever they're doing to do this.
Bob Nuske, president of the Mount Pleasant Cemetery Association, says this latest incident of desecration, which took place on September 13th, is the third time in less than a year that tombstones were pushed over in this historic cemetery.
Very depressing, sad, and just irritating.
Nuske hopes that a $2,000 reward might help police find the vandals who were responsible.
Why they got to come and pick on the dead, you know? This is your last. When you're gone, this is all you got left is that memorial.
It pretty much goes without saying that these guys do not want to have to come out here and do this again. Anyone who has any idea who did this to these tombstones, they're asked to contact the Millville Police Department at area code 856-825-7010. In Millville, Greg Brown, News Channel 40, NBC.
In the span of 7 seconds Friday night, Thaddeus Young provided the Sixers with a boost that may launch them to the second round.
Dwight, you know, he challenged a little bit and I spin back. I made a shot. I'd probably say that's the biggest shot ever for me.
The Phillies just outplaying us.
On the year, we were the third best defensive team in the league. If we can't guard them, we're not going to win the series. That's plain and simple.
As a team, we all got to look in the mirror and say, hey, do we want to stop these guys?
The NBA is a game of runs, and it's hard to really put a team out, especially when two teams are competing and fighting so hard, fighting tooth and nail for every possession, for every rebound.
We're gelling, you know, more than any other time this season.
And there's obviously not a better time for the team to put it all together. Now, Iguodala also said the Sixers haven't played their best game yet this series. They'll need another big effort if they want to win the most important game of the series, the next one, Sunday night, right here on the Sixers' home floor. In South Philadelphia, Dan Serafin, News Channel 40, NBC Sports.